Hello dear brothers, welcome to a new Bible study. Today we continue in Titus 3 verse 2 and I will first read you also verse 1 because Paul really continues on this verse. Okay, Titus 3 verse 1 first. Remind the people to be subject to rulers and authorities, to be obedient, to be ready to do whatever is good. And then start verse 2. To slander no one, to be peaceable and considerate, and to show true humility. In this verse, Paul continues his list of specific topics. He exhorts Titus to remind the Christians under his leadership. While verse 1 included 3 areas, verse 2 adds 4 areas. First, believers are not to gossip or tear others down with their words, directly nor by insinuation. Second, they are to avoid arguments, to be peaceable, and this is a hard one for me, avoid arguments, or avoid quarreling. Bickering was a major reason for Paul's concern regarding the churches on Crete. This problem was so serious that, in verse 10, Paul instructs that a divisive person be cut off altogether after a second warning. Third, Christians were to be considerate or gentle, literally translated from Greek as suitable or fair-minded. As we studied in 1 Timothy 3 verse 3 and Titus 1 verse 7, believers, and especially church leaders, should not be violent nor hot-tempered. Fourth, believers were to show true humility towards all men and people, meaning that they ought to be respectful, courteous, and kind. Brothers, this verse reinforces the fact that we Christians are always being observed by believers and non-believers. How we choose to conduct ourselves and interact with others either reinforces or detracts from our testimony of who God is. May God's character be found in us, so that our reputation will favorably contrast with the rest of society, similar to what Paul intended for the early church in Crete. And I put down a question on the slide, on the video, and it says, would you like you if you met you? And that's a question that pops up in my mind when I read a verse like this. Whenever I go to work, in my family, if I'm in a restaurant, or if I'm doing my sports, just would you like you if you met you? Just a good one to remember sometimes when you are just thinking about yourself, how you are doing in life, and especially pray for the Holy Spirit to work through you and that He is working within us. May God bless us all.